Today I'm going to share with you a few of my favorite lifestyle things. I have to literally walk around my apartment, really focus on myself morning, noon, and night to gather these things because we just get so comfortable in our lifestyle. We sort of take the things that make our life easier for granted. Anyhow, so I had to walk around my apartment, gather these things, the things that I thought were worth mentioning, the things that I thought maybe you can benefit from. And it's a pretty long list, but I didn't give myself any number. I didn't want to say 5 or 10. I just wanted to really grab the things that I thought I should share. So I'm going to start with vitamin E oil. This little bottle is 100% of vitamin E oil and it's by Coco Care. I purchased it at my local Korean beauty supply store and it is $5. So $4.99. It's great and I use it as a moisturizer after my swim, and I use it as a kind of protector overnight. So I'll put it in all the places where I feel I'm in danger of wrinkling. So I put it around my eyes, around my nose, around my mouth. And it really does the same job that the Vaseline does. So I told you that I like to put Vaseline in certain areas overnight, and it really does protect my face and seal in the moisture. The vitamin E oil works just the same. So I take this with me swimming. I put it on after my swim. I put it on overnight, and I also sometimes just put it on throughout the day. If it's really dry and cold outside, I'll put this on. It is a really thick oil, so it's going to look really shiny. It might be too thick, it might be uncomfortable. It would be best to push your hair back if you're putting something like this on, so that your hair doesn't get stuck in it like with lip gloss or something. So yes, this is really great. It's $5 at the local Korean beauty supply. So since I talked about swimming, that is also one of my favorites. I love cardio. I can't run like I used to. I injured my foot for running too many years the wrong way. I put too much weight on one side of my body, and now that foot is really sensitive to the pounding of running. I need low impact or zero impact cardio, and that's where swimming comes in. I'm kind of thankful that this happened because I would have still been running and I would be missing out on the glory of swimming year round. Swimming is like therapy for me. I really do feel like I'm at church when I'm swimming. I've made a lot of friends at the pool. The lifeguards are super dope and friendly, so they're a part of my favorites as well. They actually have been training me to swim correctly and to give me great form, and I'm getting so much better. I thought it was really good, and now I know I'm really good. Anyhow, I was trying to push myself to the limit recently, yesterday actually, and I swallowed a lot of water. So right now I'm fighting this little ear infection that I feel coming along, and an ear infection for me is the worst thing that I get. When I get an ear infection, I'm out for the count. I am just crying and laying down, and it's really painful for me to get an ear infection. Anyhow, so swimming has been excellent for me if you're looking for low impact therapeutic cardio. Swimming is the right way to go, and I would suggest that you wear earplugs. I started off not wearing earplugs. Every day I felt like I had to drink 10 cups of tea to fight off a cold because the ear, the water in your ear, and then you go outside into the cold, it's a recipe to get sick. So I also bought earplugs that I like. My third favorite is also something related to health and physical wellness, which is my resistance band that I purchased at Target. It's by GoFit, and this is the green one. This is the heavy one, meaning it has the strongest resistance. It really is a strong resistance band. They come in 3, so it's light, medium, and heavy. The light one is the red one. It's almost like nothing to me. So I use the green one all the time, and it is really good, really tough. I have physical therapy exercises that require that I use this band. So once I injured my foot, it was like a domino effect. My knee, my hip, my shoulder, and the left side were all affected because it changes the way that you walk. And if you change the way that you walk, then you're using muscles and joints that you shouldn't be using for certain things for support. And so I injured myself, and I've been using this band ever since. Well, not this one. This is really new. I've had it for less than a month. The one I've been using this whole time is the one that my physical therapy therapist gave me, but it broke. It popped. So I had to go get one of my own. It's really thick, really good quality, really tough on the body. So I use this band for 2 physical therapy exercises, the clamshells and I guess I'm going to call them walking clamshells. It's excellent. It works out my hips, and I feel like it's been changing my body, so I feel more curvier. So I think that is because of this baby. So I mentioned that I drink tea heavily, and this is my go-to tea. So this is 100% manzanilla chamomile tea from La Flor. You can get this at your local supermarket. And this one is also by La Flor and is anise. So it is just this little star herb that has the aroma and flavor of licorice. So I will say that I do not like licorice. I don't like licorice candy. I don't like the licorice jelly beans, but I love this in my tea. I use a star or 3 depending on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling unwell, then I'll use like 3 stars. If not, I'll use 1. So I boil water, put a little bit of these herbs in the water and let it steep for 10 minutes. And then I add honey and lemon. And it is a delicious brown tea. I love it so much. I used to buy the little packets of tea a million years ago, and I found that I drink too much tea. It's a waste of money for me. I'll finish that pack in 2 days. I love tea. I love to hydrate myself all day long with tea. So I just get these now, and I'm almost out here, but by the time this video goes up, I should have a whole new one. I should have gone to the supermarket, so you'll probably see what a new batch of manzanilla and anise look like. So I have this video coming up on repurposing and how I love to repurpose items, everyday items in my home. So this little frijoles can came in and rescued me. I dropped a glass in my bathroom that held my Q-tips. So now I went to the kitchen and I grabbed this empty can, cleaned it out, dried it up, and now this stores my Q-tips and it sits in my bathroom shelf. And of course it looks cute because it's my apartment. This is how my apartment is. It's very DIY and practical. It doesn't have an aesthetic on purpose aesthetic, you know. The only thing that's on purpose in this apartment is the openness. I don't like junk. I can't breathe if I see junk. So I keep it very neat, very clean, very open, and not too colorful because color is another thing that overwhelms me. I need it to be as neat as a canvas. So yeah, so this looks cute, of course, on the shelf. Well, to me it does. But it just helped me in a time of need because I don't like to go back and forth in my closet for things. You know, I like to have the things that I use every day in my bathroom. So this saved the day for me. And if it falls, it won't crack and it won't break. So I'm not afraid of it falling. So let's talk about makeup for a minute. MAC Huggable is a gorgeous, juicy lipstick. It gives you a little wash of color, and it makes your lips look really juicy and pretty, and it also is moisturizing. And this is very important to me because I feel like my lips are always really dry and I always battle with that. So I have 3 colors. I have Fashion Force, which is the one I'm wearing now, which is meant to be like an orangey peachy color. I'm wearing it with a thin brown lip liner, so the brown lip liner, I'm sure, changed the color a bit. The other color is Cantonese Carnation, which is a little pink, and then Flaming Lips, which is a little red. They all dispose a bit of color, a wash of fresh, juicy color. Not heavy, not matte, not opaque, but it is perfect if you're looking for just like a little wash of color to make you look a little healthy when you leave the house. If you have purple lips, this can help you. You know, a lot of us have lips that match our complexion and makes us look like zombies. So we do need something on the lips. I'm one of those people. I need to have something on my lips at all times because if not, my lips look like my skin. They just blend in with my face. So next up is my Ben Nye fireworks wheel. You've seen this a million times. I love this fireworks wheel. I paid 20 bucks at Ricky's in New York City for this. It has, I use it like a highlighter or like an eyeshadow wheel. So it has gold, copper, white, which is just like a reflective, hydrated look. You know how your cheeks look just really pretty and reflective when they're hydrated? That's what that white one does. And then you have the bronze and the silver. I use the other colors over my eyelids throughout the summer. It just looks so beautiful. The silver one, the white one, is the one that I use to hydrate my cheekbones, which gives you like a highlighter effect, like a natural highlighter effect. The gold one, sometimes I put it on my cheekbones as well, mainly in the summer when I'm tanned. And I love to put the gold one over my eyelids in the summer as well. This is a beautiful color wheel. It's only $20 at Ricky's, and I love it. I think I'll have it for a really long time because I've had it for a minute now and it doesn't even look like I've used it. So, oh, and in the center, I didn't mention, in the center there's a pink one, so that's cute for blush, but it's also very reflective. So if you don't mind having like a reflective blush, then that's not an issue. I don't mind sometimes, and sometimes I do, but it's still a really pretty one that you can put on your eyelids. Next up is sort of 2-in-1. This is Rose Jam Body Spray by Lush. This is the same aroma that you get with the Lush, the Rose Body Conditioner, which I love. So I bought this scent so that I can have it throughout the day. This big bottle is very unpractical, it's huge, and is a waste. So what I do is transfer the perfume, the liquid from here into this little to-go perfume bottle. I picked this little bottle up at 104th Street. I forgot what it's called. It's a big store. They sell incense and sage and things like that. And they also sell like a bunch of empty bottles, rollers, big bottles, small bottles. They really go in on these, and they have them at a great price. So I bought this little one here, and as you can see, it's something that you can open up really quickly and fill up. So what I do is I transfer some of the perfume from the Lush big bottle onto this little to-go perfume bottle, and I carry it with me all day. It smells delicious, and I kind of make my own concoction. So right now, it's only a little bit left because I love it so much. It has Lush Rose Jam, and it has a drop of lemon. So it's a really nice mix. This is so beautiful. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the little girl fake perfume bottles that they sell at Dwayne Reed. You know how they'll have like this little cute set for the little babies, and it'll have this little fake perfume that's in the shape of a heart, and a little brush and a little comb and a little mirror. That's exactly what this looks like. And it's very small, so you can just throw it in your purse. It's really handy and really practical. I paid $1 for this bottle. It's great quality, it's inexpensive, and it has a really nice little spray. It sprays really nicely. Next up is this combo here of nail polish. Is Insta-Dry Sally Henson in the color in Nude-trial, and Revlon in the color All on Red. So the Nude-trial, the nude color by Sally Henson, is almost the color of my skin. So I love to cover my nails with the nude color and then add a little red dot close to the cuticles on all the nails. I really love this look. I don't know what it is about it. I think because it's so minimal and very stylish at the same time that I love it so much. So the Insta-Dry doesn't have a price on it. I don't remember how much it was, but I'll be sure to add it below. And the Revlon was about 10 bucks. Revlon nail polishes are very expensive in my opinion, but I like them, so I buy them. Next up is a book I purchased at the Goodwill. It is an art book. It displays Felix Lembersky's art. I love this book because it helps me as a painter. I'm a painter. And I'm going to make a video about I'm going to show you my latest artwork compared to the one that I did before that, which is the one that I did right before I had my anxiety hit. So I want to talk about it, what I learned through therapy regarding my painting. Just talk about my painting. I don't even want to go into it right now because then I won't do it, which is what always stopped me about doing painting videos. I don't know how to talk about it, but I'm going to shut that conversation down now and just tell you that what I love about this book is how it's not perfect. You know, there are some painters that paint and you feel like you're looking at a photo, and I feel like I can fall under that category at times because I just try to be, when I'm painting, I go through this whole thing where I need it to be a certain way, and if it's not coming out that way, I start really getting angry at myself. And I feel like this is the total opposite of that. Like, you paint, you can still see what you're trying to say, you can feel the vibration of the painting, and it's not a perfect picture painting, and I love it. And so I got it for like $1 at the Goodwill. You open it up, you see his beautiful works. They're moving, they have life, they have a spirit, and they are not perfect, and I love it. And so this is just something that I can sit down and look at and tell myself, this could be you. You could just paint your heart out and not think about anything and not abuse yourself while you're painting. Just paint and don't think. Just paint and feel. Next we have my journal. It's this little brown book. My husband bought me a bunch of them for Christmas, and I love it. It's small, so it fits in all my purses except one. I have a tiny little Coach bag that goes on my hip, and it doesn't fit there. But every other purse, it fits perfectly. And it is brown paper, so it's really easy on the eyes. And I love it. It's small. I write down my notes, I write down my to-do list, I write down my feelings, and I also have like a monthly layout that I like to do. I do Monday through Friday only because the weekends are usually spoken for, and it's easy. So you don't need a book for everything. You know how you have a journal, you have a calendar, you have like all these tiny little books. You eventually forget about all of them, and they all go to the Goodwill, they all go to the garbage. You can do it all in one book. You can be practical. I know life can be hectic, but you don't need to make life more hectic with a bunch of books. You don't have to compartmentalize so much. Anyway, so I'm really loving this book, and I put a little sticker there of Earth, and I put the words on Earth above, which is my personal Instagram is Isabel on Earth. So I just put a smiley face sticker on Earth and a sticker of Earth that I got at Blick. Anyway, so I also love to clean my face with oil. I do not use soap anymore. I didn't really mention it too heavily in my last couple of videos, so I'm gonna mention it now. Every single day I clean my face with oil. I love it. My face has been really, really happy. I've had a breakout or two, and I've attacked those breakouts, so now I'm dealing with the scars, which is annoying. And since I've seen the intense scarring on my face from picking on my face, I've stopped picking on my face. So lesson learned, and this will not happen to me again because I will not pick on my face again. Anyhow, I'm using avocado oil until I run out, and then I'll be using grapeseed oil. So it's just very simple. A little bit of oil. You don't even have to add all the fancy oils if you don't want to. I do have as well my what is it called, castor oil. That's for deep cleaning. That's really deep cleaning, so that's like I'll use that once or twice a week in conjunction with my avocado oil. So you know, whichever oil you have. I don't have an oil that I picked out here for that reason, because it can be olive oil, it can be jojoba, it can be avocado. A gentle mild oil will do the job, and only one can do the job. You can add the others if you have specific needs like acne and things like that, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Oil cleansing is safe. Your face will be happy. Don't be afraid. My niece came over and I did it for her, and she was so afraid she was gonna break out. And you know, she's a little teenager, so breaking out is like the scariest thing that can happen to her at this age. And I told her, no, you'll see. And she was so happy afterward. Her face felt delicious and soft, and she was very happy. And now she does it on her own, I think. I'm not sure. I told her to tell her mom to have her do it on a daily so she doesn't have to dry out her face so much. I'm not sure if she does it, but I hope that she does. So I mentioned that I have a juicer now. I love it. I'm mute juicing, so it's dope. I'm in love. I'll do the apple ginger shot every day. I love it. I think that it really does help to keep me healthy and strong. My husband's favorite juice is kale, arugula, pineapple, apple, and a piece of ginger. And it is really delicious. So I must say that is an excellent drink. My favorite juice for now is carrot, orange, ginger, pear, and apple. I really do just mix whatever. But I do love when the juice is really orange. So that is a delicious drink, and I suggest you try it. So there are a few YouTube channels I want to shout out. I want to shout out Messages from Venus. She is from New York, and I'm so happy I found people from New York you do not know. Anyway, she does tarot readings. I really like her tarot readings. I don't focus too much on it. I'm learning tarot now myself, and because of that, I just want to stay focused on what I'm learning rather than having other things interfere with my learning process. But her tarot readings, I don't know, I feel like she knows exactly what she's talking about. Like, it comes from here. And she does the tarot combined with the oracle card. She talks about life things, just regular things, everyday things, I guess you can say. She talked about a book, she talked about finances, and she does tarot readings. So I like her. I like her. It's not just because she's from New York and a Latina, but I like her. I think you should check her out, especially if you're into tarots and getting your tarot read on a daily. I think she's dope. Another one on here that's also from the Bronx, that's from New York, Tigeragitana. She does tarot readings, spells. She does a lot of stuff. In one of her channels, in one of her videos, she went to a thrift shop in Jersey, and it was gigantic, and I went the next day. I went with my husband, and I bought an outfit, which, stay tuned, because I have a recent thrift haul coming. So yeah, she's dope too, from the Bronx. Check them out. And I want to shout out Wahama. Okay, Wahama is just call me Wah on here on YouTube. She's dope. I did a video with her. My only collab ever was we switched thrift. We went shopping for each other, and we did a video on the thrift swap. She did a video on here recently where she talked about the R. Kelly sex tape, or the R. Kelly documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. And I haven't watched that. I am easily triggered, so I cannot watch things like that. I appreciate her take on it so much. I feel like she's the only person that I saw her point of view on the R. Kelly documentary. because I subscribed to her. So when it popped up in my feed, I was intrigued. I really did appreciate Wahama's take on this R. Kelly documentary. She spoke from the heart. She spoke from the brain. You know, she's just, her perception to me was as simple as it could come and impactful at the same time. A lot of people, from what I'm hearing on the internet, are defending R. Kelly, and I don't even want to get into it. I don't understand how people can be that way and just blame the victims and call them gold diggers, and I don't understand that mentality. I don't want to understand that mentality. Wahama nailed it, and if you would like to see it, I'm going to link it below. I left her a comment in that video. I told her, thank you. This was excellent. This was so well done. I did not expect to feel the way I felt while she spoke in that video, because like I said, I was trying to stay away from everything dealing with R. Kelly. As a victim of, you know, child abuse, I'm easily triggered, and so I stay away from those things. But like I said, if you are a victim yourself, I think that you will appreciate hearing Wahama's take on it. It's not triggering at all. I mean, it can be, you know, because she does say certain things that went on in the tape, but for me, I found that she did a service to the community. I really did. I really do appreciate her for that. And I know there are different levels of abuse. So those women were raped and pretty much kidnapped. You know, my suffering was not that bad or that intense, but I don't want to weigh it and compare it. That's stupid. But I just want to say that it is, for me, I was able to listen to her take on it, and I didn't suffer. I didn't, you know, she just really nailed it. It's an uncomfortable topic, and I'm feeling funny even talking about it right now. I'm not being able to word it as eloquently as she did. So if you'd like to, you can go check her out. So I saw A Star is Born, and I don't know if anyone saw it, but it's an excellent movie. It has an excellent soundtrack. Shallow is beautiful. Oh God, there are so many tracks in that soundtrack that has me in tears. When I saw that movie, I was in the movie theater crying. First of all, I didn't see the original with Barbra Streisand. I know there's actually one before that one. I didn't see that one either. I had not known what the movie was actually about until I saw it with Lady Gaga and, you know, what's his name? It was really, really good, really emotional. I was crying my ass off at the end. I don't know, I just felt so bad, and I don't want to give anything away, but I felt so bad at the end. I felt so sensitive to what was happening, and I was really emotional, and I cried my ass off. And the soundtrack is beautiful too. You have so many songs on there. I have about 5 favorites. I'll put them on the screen because I can't think clearly right now. And my last favorite is probably my #1 favorite, and it is New York City Parks. So I'm a member of New York City Parks recreational centers. You pay $75 for 6 months and $150 for a year. You can use all their facilities in all the boroughs. So they offer a lot of classes, a lot of tech classes, and I took Illustrator, InDesign, and Photoshop with one instructor, Fabiola I, I think. I can't remember her last name, but she was such a beautiful and excellent instructor. She had all of the patience. I mean, she has so much patience, and I was so impressed with her teaching. Every single day she impressed me, and I didn't say anything until the very end, and I told her that I'm going to mention her in my YouTube video, and she was so happy and so delighted, which made me feel so happy. Anyway, she's an excellent instructor. I learned so much, more than I expected. She really went in. She taught you more than just the basics. You know, there's basics, and then there's that other level that takes you to a more comfortable, confident place in the programs, and that's where we were with her. She was beautiful, a beautiful instructor. I could not have asked for more. I was very delighted and surprised. I gave her stellar reviews. Anyhow, if you are a member of the parks, you can take the classes for free. If you're not a member, I'm not sure how much the classes cost, but the membership is really inexpensive. It's $75 for 6 months, like I said, $150 for a year. They have classes, they have you know, different classes for children and adults, and then they also have gyms, so you can go and work out, and you don't have to pay $150 a month at Equinox. I'm just going to mention 2 more because I have them on this list and I want to mention them. Will and Grace is back and I love it. So Will and Grace was very problematic back in the day, but I feel like it hasn't lost its edge. It's still very edgy and it's still hilarious and I love it. Bob's Burgers is a cartoon and animation that comes on Sunday nights. I love it. It is like my ideal family. I think that's what my family is going to be like. It's a family, mom and pop, 2 girls and a little boy, and they own a burger joint and they live on top of the burger joint, above the burger joint. It's just the cutest little family. They are funny, they are loving, they are everything, and I swear that's what we're going to be like. And Louise is my child.
Revenge, the best sleeping pill.
And I think I look like Linda, the mom. I really do. If I part my hair down the middle, I look like her. When I was a little girl, they used to tell me that I looked like my 7th grade teacher. In the 7th grade, I had a teacher called Miss Dillard, and everyone said, "You look just like Miss Dillard," and I never saw it. And now I think Miss Dillard looks like Linda. And when I look at myself in the mirror, I feel like I look like Miss Dillard. I see it now. I look like my 7th grade teacher. It's so weird. Anyway, that's it for real this time. I always say I'm going to end the video and then I keep on talking. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm so happy I had a chance to sit here and do this today. You know, like I mentioned in my last video, sometimes if you're not feeling well, whatever, you have to get up and do the work, you know, push through. That's when you change your life. That's when you change, you know, your behavior, your responses. So I pushed through today and I'm very happy for that. I deserve a cookie. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and I'll see you in my next video. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to take them. Thank you very much and I'll talk to you soon.